Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It may or may not be race week. I'll get into that in a little bit, but for right now, it is a gorgeous day here in West Virginia. Great day for a run. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hello everybody, my name is Evan and I have been running competitively for the last 10 years. Absolutely love it. And I created this YouTube channel as a way to share my experiences that I have in this sport. I've just recently gotten out of NCAA running and I've now moved on to running totally independent. And I made it my goal to show that I am capable of improving even after college and to see how far I can really push myself and how much I can really get out of this sport. I've recently been trying to go under the 15-minute barrier in the 5K. This has been a goal that has possessed my mind for the past 3 years, and I'm taking every single chance I can to try and make the most out of each opportunity that I get. But that's enough of an introduction. Let's get back into this run. Who do you think it was? Who do you think it was? It wasn't me. Who do you think it was? Who do you think?
I think he guessed correctly.
I think. Oh shoot!
My bad.
I could've. Flow state! Flow state!
No way! You really push.
Look how pretty the sky is. Every once in a while this place can look half decent. I've got to get this idea that 3 flat for kilometers is fast. I need to get that idea out of my head. That's what we're going to try to do today. Because for today's workout, it is 5 by K, 230 rest, and we're going to be repping hopefully 3 flats. So we're going to find out. This one's probably gonna have a little kick to it. We will definitely warm up.
Upside down. Hero!
Hang on. Hey guys. Roll Kent intro.
Forwards, because we usually do it backwards when you go forward. So out, middle.
Oh,
Wait, there's vlogging time?
bridge moment. One day out. Let's get it.
Alpha, when are you gonna run at the race tomorrow? 14:57.
So take a second here real quick and talk about what's going on this weekend. So this weekend I am racing an indoor 5K out at Marshall University, and the goal is to finally go under 15 minutes for the 5K, which I've never done in my entire running career. The closest I've ever gotten is 15:14, and that was over 2 years ago, so I'm hopefully in better shape now than I was 2 years ago. Since I ran that 5K, I've improved every other distance from mile all the way up to 10K. So everything since that 5K 2 years ago has gotten faster. I would be lying to say if I wasn't a little bit nervous, because there is a lot of pressure for me, for like my own goals and my own validation, to be able to achieve a new high in a career, right? To get under the 15-minute mark, or just get a new PR in general. It's been something I've been thinking about in the back of my mind is, can I still improve after college? Can I still maintain the level of discipline and fitness to keep the ability to chase the goals that I want to in my running career? And I think for the most part, I have been able to stick to a good routine and be able to push myself up into that next echelon of fitness. So yeah, a lot riding on this weekend. Still not trying to put too much pressure on myself, but the stakes are a little bit higher for this one. Plus, I'm going to be racing some of my friends, so you know, bragging rights are always on the table. Alright gang, about a couple minutes out, the stickers won't stay on, but I'm nervous if you can't tell. I got my boy over here, he's gonna pace me, we're gonna race, we're gonna see what happens.
That goes hard, dude, that single.
Big race, generational. We got Alpha, we got Sandy.
I'm not singling. Find your position, relax. Find your position, relax.
So shout out Mia for filming. First of all, thank you for doing that. So subscribe for Mia. Sandy here toted us out about 4:44 through the first mile. That felt solid, felt really good. But it was just that strength in the tendons. I didn't quite get all my plyos and never broke. We talked about that. But first indoor race in a year, and considering I ran 16 high last year, I'll take it. So hopefully next stop, Virginia Tech. Hopefully we can use that bank track to my advantage. See you tomorrow.
All right, I'm going with you. Don't worry about it. You guys, wait.
So real quick, we're gonna go over the positives and negatives about the race yesterday. So obviously, first of all, 15:29 is not close to what I wanted to achieve. I've been stuck in this plateau of like 15:20 to like 15:35 is like the past like 3 years. So I'm gonna need something to change or something to just click, some way to improve to get me out of this kind of plateau that I've hit here recently. I definitely noticed towards the back half of the race, definitely the last mile, that I had lost a lot of power in my lower legs. And I think that is where I was losing a lot of my time and a lot of my efficiency was really starting to dip down towards the end of that back section of the race. So where I wasn't obviously moving as fast as I thought it was. That's pretty much it for negatives. Let's talk about a couple positives here. So first of all, for the positives, my form probably looked the best that it's ever looked during that race. Now, was it perfect? No, not quite, but we're getting somewhere where I look a lot more efficient and I felt smooth, I felt strong, and it definitely seemed like I was benefiting from a much more efficient gait cycle and form in general. I also noticed that my breathing, yes, it was labored as it should be after a race, but it wasn't like I was really pushed to my limits breathing wise. I was still moderately controlled. I think it was more just a fact of I didn't have the turnover that was needed to run those kinds of paces. And that is another negative, but also kind of a positive at the same time, is I haven't done any speed work yet, except for like 1 or 2 little speed sessions, but I really haven't grinded any speed work. I'm pretty much all strength, and I was still able to run a 15:29. So pretty solid day in the office, but some things are going to need to change. So what needs to change? For starters, I need to make sure I get on a nice routine to help support the lower part of my body. I'm talking about my calves, my Achilles tendons, my quads, everything in my legs needs to be strengthened and more twitchy, a little bit faster, so that I can handle running at those paces, because my breathing and aerobic threshold are there. I'm only just a straight up physical thing I need to kind of lock in and accomplish to get to this next level of fitness that I need. So it's really going to take a little bit more concentration, honing in what I need to figure out. I really just need to understand what I need. I think I've got a pretty good idea that it's just about executing it and executing it consistently. I know in the back of my head that I know I can do this. And I think that this race still proved it, that I could run that fast in a almost solo effort. I was still able to be concentrated on the race, running a pace, and staying engaged. This is a good learning experience. Obviously not what we wanted, but the more times we try, the more we learn. Things like this that are gonna take us to that next level of fitness. And my coach says usually after every race that you gain a little bit of fitness from each race that'll help you get to that next layer, that'll help you get to that next level that usually workouts cannot usually get you to. It's gonna require a lot, and I'm hoping that you guys stick around for all of that. But for right now, I gotta get ready to go to class because unfortunately it is the first day of class. So if you wanna see what I did last week, click on the video somewhere over here. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you next week.